Hello, my name is Jacob Soulbucks, and these are the top 10 best techno DJs of the 90s. The 90s saw the rise of some of the most iconic techno DJs of the United States. These artists helped shape the sound of the decade and captivated audiences across the country with their high energy performances and innovative music. Number 1. Jeff Mills. Jeff Mills is a pioneer in the world of electronic music, particularly in the techno genre. Born in a city known for its techno music, Mills began his career as a DJ in the late 1970s, actually. Haha, peep game. He joined the group Underground Resistance in the early 80s, where he gained recognition for his innovative work. And in the early 90s, Mills pursued a solo career releasing music under his own name. Mills is also a filmmaker, a visual artist, directing short films and music videos. He has released numerous albums and singles and founded his own record label, Axis Records. That is right. Mills continues to be a driving force in the electronic music scene and legend in his own right. That is right. That's right. Derek May. Derek may not. Not unless I say. Alright, I'm done. Derek May, born in 1963, also in Detroit, Michigan. He is also a pioneering figure in the world of techno music. Born into a music-loving family, May was drawn into futuristic electronic music through artists like Kraftwerk and Parliament, Funkadelic, George Clinton, all of that. May's solo career began with the release of his iconic track, Strings of Life, which captured the essence of Detroit techno. This break is brought to you by Really Cheap Seltzer. Number 3. Juan Atkins. If there was a godfather of Detroit techno, he would be it. Born also in an early time period, which will remain nameless, Atkins began making music in his apartment and became a musical innovator. He teamed up with classmates Richard Diana and Burrell Smith to record their music on Atkins' cassette player, which provided a platform to shed light on techno music. Atkins became the recording artist and producer behind Cybertron, the premier techno band, and is widely regarded as a precursor to Detroit techno. Number 4. Kevin Saunderson. Kevin Saunderson, born in Brooklyn in 1964, is a pioneering figure as well in the world of techno music. Pioneering figure. Born into a jazz musician family, he joined the Bellville 3 in the mid-1980s, pioneering Detroit. I'm not going to say pioneering Detroit techno anymore for all these DJs. Apparently they all did it, right? Okay. Side story real quick. We're going to go on a tangent. We're going to talk about the Bellville 3, which consisted of people that I mentioned before earlier in this list. 1. Kevin Saunderson, of course. Derek May. 2. Number 3. Juan Atkins. And they are often credited as the pioneers of Detroit techno music, hailing from Bellville, Michigan. These 3 friends and electronic music enthusiasts were instrumental in shaping the sound of techno music in the 80s. Derek May, known for his innovative production techniques and futuristic sound. Kevin Saunderson, known for his master of blending house and techno, and Juan Atkins, considered the godfather of techno. See, I already said that. Number 5. Claude Young is a highly influential figure in the world of techno music, hailing from Detroit, Michigan. Where does he fit into all this? Fucking knows. He was exposed to the city's rich music and heritage from a young age, which inspired him to experiment with music and producing. In the 90s, way after the Bellville 3, Young gained recognition for his unique style and prowess. He's performed at venues around the world and has a loyal following. Number 6. Frankie Bones. Originally from Brooklyn, New York, and also still in Brooklyn, New York. Originally known as Frank Mitchell, is a DJ. Frankie Bones rose to prominence during the late 1980s and 90s with the emergence of the rave culture in the US. As a pioneer in techno, trance, and house music, he integrated industrial, acid, and hardcore elements as well. These clandestine events that he put on, like the Stormwatch parties. Bones advocates for artists and DJs' rights. He supports the underground music scene and opposes commercialization of electronic dance music. Don't we all? Unless you're making money from it. Ain't that right? Finally, someone from not Detroit. We have Robert Armani. From Chicago, Chi-Town, the Windy City, Armani made a name for himself as a DJ producer in the late 80s and early 90s. He is considered one of the pioneers of acid house and techno music genres. Armani's career began in the underground scene of Chicago, where he burped up the rest of everything he was trying to say. Carl Craig. Born in also Detroit, Michigan, another one, influenced by the city's techno scene in the 80s, released his first album, More Songs About Food and Revolutionary Art, in 97. Founded his own record label, Planet E Communications. Yes, that was Carl Craig. Joey Beltrum, also from New York, Queens, is a legendary DJ producer. Very New York as well, kind of like the analog to Frankie Bones, but from Queens instead of Brooklyn. Known for pioneering techno and house as well, characterized by hard-hitting beats and futuristic soundscapes, very electro, very plinky, very techie, but before there was EDM techie, kind of very much Frankie Bones on, actually. Throughout the 90s, Beltrum continued to release groundbreaking music, including tracks like Mentism and Gameform, which further established his reputation as a pioneer of electronic music. Adam X, number 10. Adam X, originally Adam Mitchell, not to be confused with Frank Mitchell, Frankie Bones, Frankie X, Adam Bones. They had a baby. Adam X emerged as a key figure in the electronic music scene with a focus on techno. Also from Brooklyn, he has spent over 30 years shaping the genre. Kickstarted career in the late 80s, spinning at underground parties in NYC, blending industrial, EDM, and techno. Probably right up alongside Frankie Bones as well, although I was not there. I was not on this planet at that time. I was like 3 planets down the way. Adam X also co-established Sonic Groove, a record store and label that became a central techno hub in NYC. Everybody knew Sonic Groove. Adam X released tracks like Lost in Hell and Listen, and he defined the underground electronic music landscape in the US. Renowned for his dynamic DJ sets, he has graced venues worldwide. That has been the best techno DJs of the 90s. Thank you for listening. My name is Jacob Soulbox. Stay tuned next week. Another top 10. More raver talks, more house music, electronic music of the 90s discussions. I know I look crazy.